Namaste and welcome back to your Aquaholic Journey yoga practice. My name is Tiffany Zoldan and I appreciate you joining me here today for a quick 30-minute happy hips flow. So when you're ready, you're going to come to a comfortable seated position, or if you'd like to take it a little bit deeper today, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and widen those knees apart. Now if this is a little bit too much, Sukhasana, cross-legged position, is a little bit better of an option. Or you can always support and make this more of a restorative position by rolling up towels or placing blocks underneath your thighs. Wherever you are, I want you to take a deep breath in and then sigh it out. Beautiful. Now try and find the alignment in this pose. Make sure those shoulders are stacked right over those hips and sit up nice and tall. You can bring your hands on top of your knees, face down to feel a little bit more grounded, or palms facing up, symbolic of giving and receiving. Close your eyes. Now begin to tune into your breath. Allow your breath to deepen. And I want you to gently start to sway your body, just your torso, side to side. Make the movement super small at first. Maybe just starting with your head, and then your shoulders. And then maybe allowing these sways to become bigger and bigger, like you're a flower swaying in the breeze. And as you're making these movements bigger, make your breath bigger. Allow your inhales to become deeper. And when you empty out your exhales, empty them out completely. If there's any sounds you want to make as you come into your practice today, as you begin to open up your hips and open up your body, by all means make those sounds. It can be little sighs, maybe you're fluttering your lips. Finding your place of openness as we begin to activate. Slowly start to make those movements of swaying your torso side to side smaller and smaller until you find stillness. On an inhale, you can open your eyes now and sweep your arms up towards the sky. And on your exhale, I want you to draw your torso forward and reach through your fingertips, bowing down towards the earth. Inhale, rise up halfway, coming onto those fingertips. And exhale, walk your hands a little bit further. Inhale, back on up to those fingertips. Exhale, rolling your body down a little bit further. One more time. Inhale, halfway up. And then this time on your exhale, we're going to completely surrender. So let go. Close your eyes. Think about drawing your heart forward and not necessarily down towards the earth. Don't worry about how low you get those knees down to the earth or not. It doesn't matter. As long as you're feeling this in your outer hips, your inner groin, you're working. And then inhale, come back up to center. This time reach your arms up towards the sky. And on your exhale, we're going to take a little twist. So bring your right hand to your left knee, turn your body towards the left, and bring your left hand behind you. Maybe gaze out past your left shoulder behind you. And find your steady breath. Inhale, come back up to center, reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, twisting towards the right. Left hand comes to the right knee, and you're sitting up nice and tall. Big breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. 2 more breaths here. And then inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart space. Now press your palms, gently bow your head. And if you'd like to close your eyes, you're welcome to. I invite you now to make your intention or even a dedication. One more full cycle of breath. Good, and then bring your hands by your hips. Stretch your legs out for a moment. Just shake them out. That should feel really good. And then plant those feet, bend those knees, and you're just going to windshield wiper those knees side to side. Oh yeah. Go as slow as you like here. Where I am in Mexico right now, it's super hot. I'm already sweating and we haven't even done much. But I'm sending you sunshine wherever you are. Good, and then from here, swing your legs all the way around and come to a tabletop position. Stack those shoulders over those wrists and look back at those knees. Make sure they're underneath your hips. From here, curl your toes under and just levitate those knees slightly off of the mat. We're going to start to rock forward and back, opening up our wrists, activating our biceps and triceps, stabilizing the shoulders, and of course, firming the core, navel to the spine, back and forth. Now from here, shift forward. This time on your exhale, draw your hips back and open up your knees and sink those hips down towards your heels. Take a few breaths here. And now we'll make this a moving mantra, okay? So on your inhale, come forward into that elevated tabletop position with your knees lifted. On your exhale, sink your hips down towards your heels. Draw those knees apart. Inhale, come back, floating tabletop. Exhale, open up those knees. Draw those hips back towards your heels. One more like that. Inhale, forward. Exhale, all the way back. Stay here. Start to walk your hands back in space towards your feet. And we're in this crouch position now with our heels glued together. We're on our tippy toes. And just for fun, maybe bring one hand up to your heart space. Maybe bring the other. And find a little balance here in this crouch position. If this is working for you, maybe have a little bit more fun and stretch those arms up. And then sway your body or sway those branches, pretending your arms are leaves. And they're just floating in the sky. If you fall on your tush, you don't have a long fall, so come right back into this whenever you're ready. And then from here, bring those hands on top of those knees. Press into those knees. Lift all the way up without lowering those heels down to the earth. Maybe stretch the arms up towards the sky. Lift those heels high. Exhale, lower them down. And shake out those feet, because I know they just got a little workout. Come to the top of your mat when you're ready. On an inhale, sweep the arms up. And on an exhale, dive forward all the way into Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, plant those hands and step that left foot back. And you're in this high runner's lunge. From here, plant your left hand underneath your shoulder and inhale your right palm up towards the sky. Breathe in this twist here. One more in breath. And on your exhale, bring your right hand down. And from here, step your left foot forward into Uttanasana again, forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway, fingertips on shins or the ground. Exhale, plant your hand, step your right foot back. You're in this high lunge again. Plant the right hand under shoulder and inhale the left arm up towards the sky. Breathe here, sinking into those hips, and this time opening up your right hip flexor. One more inhale. Exhale, lower that left hand. Step your right foot forward, back into your forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, release. From here, heel toe your feet apart, wider than your hips, and turn those toes out. Come down into a Malasana pose. squat pose otherwise. In English, that's what that means, squat. So we draw our hips down towards the earth. We draw our hearts up towards the sky. Press those palms so much that you can use that leverage to open up your knees a little bit wider with your elbows. Okay, if those heels are lifted, no problem. You can always roll blankets or towels underneath them for support. We're just going to be here for a few breaths. I promised happy hips, so you'll thank me tomorrow. I can't stop swaying today. So if you want to sway side to side, you're welcome to as well. One more deep, full cycle of breath. Okay, now bring those arms out. This is going to take some work. You're going to start to shift your hips side to side. We are low, right? And that's what yoga can teach us, is just how to do basic movements like reach for things up in the top cupboard, like standing up without touching your hands down onto the floor to get up. So we're just going to work this side to side and then start to higher and higher, rising all the way up to standing. Woo! Feel that burn? Come to the top of your mat again. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back again this time. But this time, lower your back knee down onto the earth. Make sure your right knee is stacked over your right ankle. From here, sink low. This should feel nice and juicy now. We've been here before. Good. Take a deep breath in. Draw your heart forward. And on your exhale, draw your hips back in space. Straighten your right leg. Flex your right foot. Good. Inhale, shift forward. You can have your hands on blocks if you need them. Exhale, draw your hips back. Stretch that right leg. Flex that right foot. Inhale, come back into that lunge. Exhale, send those hips back. One more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. This time, staying in this position, come onto those fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Stretch through your spine. And on your exhale, completely let go in this pose. Surrender. And allow your torso to drape over that right leg wherever it may be. Feel it. I know it's intense. Allow that hamstring to open up and breathe into whatever sensations are rising. Good. Rebend that right knee. Curl your back toes under and lift that left knee up. From here, bring your right arm to the inside of your right knee and heel toe that right foot out to the right. So now both hands are underneath your shoulders and you're sitting low. And what pose are we in now? Gecko pose or lizard pose. So again, very beginning, where we're not trying to draw our chest down, we're trying to draw our chest forward. We're trying to find length in the spine and roll our shoulders away from the ears. So breathing here. This is an active gecko on purpose. I'm not ready for you to bring your left knee down yet. 2 more breaths. Now, if you'd like, lower that back knee down and uncurl the toes. And if you want even more, bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee and open up that hip, externally rotating. Ooh, you should feel it right there. You're rolling onto the outer edge of your right foot, breathing here. If you want more, you can come down onto your forearms. Take it slow, take it in steps. Are you breathing with me? And then, if you'd like even more of a stretch, come back onto those hands. Bend that left knee. Good. And reach back with that right arm, making a big rainbow across the sky, holding onto that foot. And then opening up that chest, maybe even finding a little back bend here. So nice quad stretch, nice hip stretch, all at the same time. One more breath. And on your exhale, come back into your gecko pose. From here, you can stay here or step right back into plank pose, lower down through chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog and exhale, downward facing dog. If you've stayed in your gecko pose, you're just going to step your left foot up to meet the right. If you're in downward dog, come onto those tippy toes, deep breath in, bend the knees, look forward, exhale, hop, step, or float your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, step your right foot back this time, and you're in a high lunge. So see how I'm heel toeing my left foot forward to keep it stacked underneath my knee. You're going to want to do the same thing to protect your knee from damaging it. Now breathe here. And now go ahead and lower that back right knee down. You can uncurl the toes or not, totally up to you. Take a deep breath in as you sink your hips forward. And on your exhale, draw your hips back in space. Stretch that left leg, flex that left foot. Inhale, coming forward. And then exhale, draw your hips back. Flex that left foot, toes to the sky. 2 more just like that. Inhale, roll those hips forward. Exhale, draw those hips back. 1 more. Inhale forward. And exhale them back. Pause here and breathe. So hips are stacked over the right knee. You're going to rise up onto those fingertips. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and straighten that back as much as you possibly can. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to surrender and dive down over your left leg, breathing here. Okay, when you're ready, rebend that left knee. Curl those right toes under and lift that knee up. Pause here in this high lunge. Now bring your left arm to the inside of your left foot as you heel toe your left foot out. You'll know you're in the position when your shoulders are stacked over both wrists. And then you're just going to sink those hips low. Allow gravity to help you out here, okay? Start to draw your torso down a little bit, but heart forward, and then roll the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Remember how we kind of rocked on the first side? You can do that again if you'd like. Next, if you want to take it a little bit further, come down onto that right knee, maybe uncurl those toes, and then take your left hand to the inside of your left thigh, gently drawing that knee away from you, rolling onto the outer edge of your left foot. Possibly stay or take it deeper, coming down onto your forearms and breathing with me here. I want you to imagine that your body is softening on every exhale. So inhale, you can find length, but on your exhales, let go, soften, be. If you took the quad stretch on that first side, come back on up to your hands. Bend your right knee this time. Reach back with your left arm. And hold on to that foot. Maybe opening up the chest, taking a little baby back bend. One more full cycle of breath. And then come on back into your gecko pose. So again, you can stay here, otherwise you can take a vinyasa with me. Take a deep breath in into plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. If you're still in gecko, step your right foot forward, coming into your forward fold. If you Move through a vinyasa with me. Inhale, come onto those tippy toes, bend the knees. On your exhale, look forward, hop, step, or float your feet up. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, palms kiss. And exhale, Samasthiti. From here, step your left foot back and come into a warrior two pose. So a nice standing position, stacking right knee over the right ankle and really sink down into this pose. Good. Stretch those arms out in opposite directions. Make them feel strong. Hold them with integrity. Relax the shoulders down the back and make sure your shoulders are stacked over those hips. Now we're just going to sway side to side. Good. On your next inhale, reach your right arm forward. And on your exhale, maybe bring your right hand down to the earth. Left arm up towards the sky. If this is too much, you can place your right elbow on top of your right knee. If you're going even further, draw that left arm over your left ear, palm facing down, and maybe look up. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, bring your left hand up and then down to your hip. Look down at your right foot. Straighten your right leg. Inhale here. And on your exhale, find your Trikonasana pose. I'm going to walk my right hand back so it's underneath my right shoulder, and then inhale my left arm back up towards the sky. So whatever variation of triangle pose that you're in, allow that right inner thigh to stretch. And allow your torso to start twisting upwards. One more deep breath. And exhale here. Bend your right knee. On an inhale, rise up to your warrior two. On an exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back up to warrior two. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and step your left foot forward to meet the right. And shake it out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, step your right foot back this time, coming back into your warrior two on the other side. Shoulders stacked over hips. Arms nice and wide. Spread through the collarbones, lift up through the sternum, and breathe. Sit low into the pose, reaping the full benefits. Feeling your inner strength, feeling your flexibility. Start to sway side to side just with your torso. Allow your hips to stay stable, your legs to stay firm, and your feet to stay grounded. Inhale, reach your left arm forward. Exhale, find your Parshvakonasana side angle pose. Remember, if this variation works better for you, you're welcome to place your left elbow on top of your left thigh. Breathing here. If you want more, draw your right arm over your right ear, palm facing down, and look up towards the sky. On your inhale, reach your right arm up, and exhale, bring your right hand to your hip, look down. Start to straighten your left leg. Walk your left hand underneath your left arm. It's a wide variation of triangle, and stretch that right arm up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale. 3 more full cycles of breath here. Now, where are you rooting in this pose? I want you to think about rooting down into the big toe mound of your left foot and the outer edge of your right foot. That's your foundation. Now use that foundation to open up your chest a little bit more. 1 more full cycle of breath. And exhale here. Bend your left knee. On an inhale, root to rise back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, back up. And exhale. This time let's cartwheel the hands and take a vinyasa if you choose, or step right back into down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. And exhale, Adho Mukha. From here, walk those thumbs together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, and then hop into your malasana pose. We've been here before. We're just going to sway side to side. And then from here, we're going to sit down on our tushes, bringing one hand behind you and then the other, and come back into your Baddha Konasana, which should feel totally different. Okay, this next pose, double pigeon, is not for everybody. So you're just going to try it and see if it works for you today. If it doesn't, then you're going to roll down onto your back and take a thread the needle pose instead, just like this. If double pigeon works, from here, bring your left shin parallel to the top of your mat and keep your foot flexed. Now literally place your right shin on top of your left shin. Both feet are flexed. I'll face you so you can see. And it could very well look like this. This is what mine used to look like when I first started yoga. So what I would do would be to roll up a big blanket or towel to support this thigh, so that way it's resting on something, okay? So you can do that as well. If you're feeling good, you can sit up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and reach up through the arms. Notice if you want to stay here, and if you do, stay. Otherwise, on your exhale, start to draw your hands forward and come into another variation to just deepen the sensations that you're already feeling. If you took this variation with me, on your inhale, stretch up through your heart, and on your exhale, bow down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. If you're in thread the needle, that's beautiful, perfect as well. And I appreciate you honoring your body. This last time that we come down, we're just going to stay for a big, deep, full cycle of breath. And then you'll slowly come on back up. You'll take one foot off, and then the other, and then just windshield wiper those knees. Other side. So the right shin comes down first. You flex that right foot. You place that left shin right on top of it. So one foot stacked on knee, and the other knee stacked on the other foot, okay? Trying to get onto your sits bones here, so you might have to move the meat out from underneath your tush. And then sit up nice and tall. Maybe this is where you stay, or maybe you're right now rolling on your back and taking thread the needle on the left side. If you want to go deeper, inhale the arms high. And on your exhale, draw your hands forward, stretching through your spine, but anchoring down into those hips. Inhale, lift up through the heart. Exhale, draw the heart forward. 2 more like that. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. Let go, surrender. Something that might be nice to do is make 2 fists and just rest your third eye on top of your fists to really let go, relax your shoulders, and breathe here. And then when you're ready, walk yourself back up. And so I'd like to call this a full circle practice. So when you're ready, unravel those legs. You're just going to windshield wiper those knees one more time. And what a full circle practice means to me is that we start in the same position that we ended in. So instead of moving you into Shavasana, I'm going to bring you back into Baddha Konasana. But if you'd like to end the video here, you are welcome to, and just lay down and enjoy the most peaceful Shavasana, because you deserve it. Totally up to you. If you're coming back full circle with me, then find your Baddha Konasana pose, flutter those knees apart, sit up nice and tall. And we'll close our practice the same way we started it. We're going to open up our palms and draw those hands on top of those knees. Close those eyes. From here, we'll take 3 cleansing breaths. Empty out the lungs. Take a deep, nourishing inhale. Hold it. Exhale, let it go. Good. Deep inhale. Hold it. Exhale. One more inhale. Really hold it this time. Hold it. And then sigh it out. Beautiful. Bring your hands together at your heart space. The light in me honors, values, and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me and coming full circle. I hope your hips are happy.